Hello everyone. Hello. I'm really trying with the lighting right now. It's been overcast for like the past 20 billion days. Hello. Hello. Today is gonna be sorry, I'm trying to get crisscross applesauce on my chair. Welcome to day 6 of bookmas. So today we're going to be talking about the 2024 releases. I have like a good bit of authors that I was stalking yesterday, and I found a ton of books that are coming out, books that I didn't even know were coming out, and I'm very excited that I did that research because now I'm very excited to read books next year. But it also means I need to hurry up with these books. So to get into it, I have my phone that has like all of the new releases on it. The first one I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about Hazelwood. Obviously, I'm reading Love Theoretically right now. If you're interested in how I'm thinking of the book so far, I just posted my day 5, and that is a whole reading vlog on that, and I had so much fun filming it. But besides the point, I'm reading that right now, and that's like the first book I've read of hers, but I do have Check and Mate that just came out this year, I believe, and then I also want to get Love Hypothesis, which is the first book, but she's coming out with 2 books I saw. Okay, so the first book I'll be talking about that she will be coming out with, which I thought was like really interesting, is called The Bride, and it is coming out February 6th. There's a dangerous alliance between a vampire bride and a alpha werewolf. There's a little synopsis at the bottom that I'm going to read out to you guys. Mystery Lark, the only daughter of the most powerful vampire council man of the Southwest, is an outcast. Again, her days of living in anonymity among the humans are over. She has been called upon to uphold a historic peacekeeping alliance between the vampires and then mortal enemies, the wearers. And she sees little choice but to surrender herself in the exchange again. Wearers are ruthless, unpredictable, and their alpha, Lo Moreland, is no exception. He rules his pact with absolute authority, but not without justice. And unlike the vampire council, not without feeling. It's clear that the way he tracks Misery's every movement, that he doesn't trust her. If he only knew how right he was. Because Misery has her own reasons to agree to this marriage of convenience. Reasons that have nothing to do with politics or alliances. And everything to do with the only thing she's ever cared about. And she's willing to do whatever it takes to get back what's hers. And even if it means a life alone in a weird territory alone with the bulls. I think it's gotta happen, and the cover is beautiful. I think it's definitely different from what she goes from. And then the next book I heard of is Not in Love, and I just looked. It says that she's still like editing, revising it. I would love to say that it's a dual POV angsty love story about 2 complicated people who are on opposite sides of a hostile takeover, and yet they desperately want to make a connection they're not quite sure how to do except through lots of sex. But since I'm still editing, it's very possible that the final version will be a cozy PG rom-com about 2 clowns falling in love at juggling school. Only time will tell. Send loves and prayers, please. So this one is still in works, but it was just revealed that like it's in works. I don't think it has a due date yet, but that's really cool to be looking out for. Again, her covers are beautiful. I love her covers, like they're different. And then the next one I saw was Tessa Bailey is going to be coming out with the Au Pair Affair. I can't speak French even though I did take a French class. Is supposed to be coming out. Oh wait, this is the second book apparently. Hold up. Oh, okay, so she's coming out with 2 books. So it's called the Big Shot series, but the Au Pair Affair is coming out July 2024. The other one, I'm not sure. Hold on. This one should be coming out February 6th, 2024. And it looks like a golf romance, which I don't think I've ever read a golf romance. An athlete falling in love with his #1 fangirl. I don't know how I'd like that because like we always think like fangirls like really annoying and stuff, so we'll have to see how this one is done. What is the horniest book you'll ever read about? A hot plus Shirley plus jaded golfer and the sunshine fangirl who refuses to quit on him. Coming in February. And then the second book that is going to be coming out in July is the Au Pair Affair. We've got a single dad hockey player named Burgess. You meet him in Fangirl Down, and Tuluha, a grad student who needs a place to crash and agrees to be an au pair for Burgess' 12-year-old. So that's really exciting. So that one sounds interesting. Like I don't think I've ever read a single dad romance, so that's interesting. Very excited about that. This one is one of my favorites, and I'm very excited about it, except I haven't even read the first book by Lauren Roberts, and she's the author of Powerless. I still haven't read this book, and after everything that I've heard about it, I want to read it so bad. I think in every single video or every video I go to Barnes, I'm always looking for that book. I'm always am, but then and it's never there. Obviously, it is always sold out, and then I'm like, oh shit, you know? And then I get home and I don't pre-order it. Like, I don't order it. And like, I'm like, what is going on through my head? So I promise soon, when I'm doing all my Christmas presents from Amazon and stuff, I'll go and get the book because I need to read it. I really want to. But the second book that's going to be coming out by her is Reckless, and that's the second book in the Powerless series, and that's coming out July 2024. I don't really know a lot about it. I don't want to spoil myself, but I just know I'm really excited about it, and I just have a feeling that Powerless is going to be one of my favorite books. Everything I've heard about it, I get like so excited for it, and I will be so upset if I don't like that book. So hopefully I do like it, and I'm hoping that I can read it soon because I've been wanting to read it for ages. We have to talk about The Elephant in the Room. I was going to try to like keep this to the side because I think it's just like the book everyone is talking about. Sarah J. Maas is coming out with her third book in the Crescent City's, I don't even know how many books. I don't know if it's supposed to be 4 or 3 or what. But the next book is going to be A House of Flame and Shadow. And this is coming out January 30th, 2024. Coming out very soon. I need to read Crescent City, but I am very excited about it. I think anything that Sarah J. Maas comes out with, I am ready for, and I'm reading up on it because she's my author that had gotten me back into reading. I was always really like a slow reader, but then once I read ACOTAR in sophomore or junior year, I was hooked, and that's what got me really into reading. I do need to read Crescent City, but I want to get through that little series right there, Third Glass, and then I'll get into it. But I'm really excited about it, and the cover is gorgeous too. Like, the next series is actually one of my favorite authors right now. Well, it's not like a series, it's just part of her books. I think she's like a new author. It's Carly Fortune. I read Every Summer After in May of this year, like around my car crash, and seriously, like, I couldn't do anything. So all I did was sit around all day and read. I couldn't be on my electronics, I had a concussion, but all I did was sit around all day, and that's one of the books I got through, and I absolutely loved it. Some people didn't like the plot twist, but I feel like, I think I said it in the same book video too. I was saying that everyone's relationship is different. Some people will process it different, and etc, etc. I'm not gonna say anything else, but I read that one, and then I read her second book, which I don't really know when that came out. I think it came out a little bit later, but it was Meet Me at the Lake, and that one I didn't like as much as the first one, but I still really enjoyed it, and I thought it was pretty good. One thing I love about Carly Fortune's books is they're all realistic loves. I feel like a lot of romance books, I don't even know, like the fairy tale bit about romance, and it's always like, you know, running after each other in the airport, you know, getting to them before they leave, etc, etc. But hers are about love. Sometimes you have to make a mistake and you kind of just have to heal with each other. All of them are true loves, and it's just, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're not perfect, and I think that's the best thing about her books is they're not perfect loves, but it's love, and that's what makes love amazing. Is it's not perfect, but the people make it perfect by pushing through it and working it out together. Without me talking about it too much, because I love her books. Oh my gosh, Dylan's getting snow at his house. Bro, it snowed in the morning and it hasn't snowed here in a second. Please snow. I want snow so bad. Her third book is going to be coming out. It's called This Summer Will Be Different. I don't really know a lot about it, if I'm being completely honest. The great amazing thing is it comes out on my birthday, May 7th. And I was like, so excited about it. Like, that sounds so cool. Like, I'm gonna be able to like go to Barnes & Noble on my birthday and just be like, boop, you know? Like, I love it. It's perfect. And her covers are always so pretty. They're always like these like what is it, like watercolors or something, and that is just like super cool, and I really like that. So I'm really excited about it. She was one of my favorite authors when I was reading her books, and she definitely got me into the summer mood. Her first book especially, oh my lord. Next book, next beautiful romance author is gonna be Emily Henry. She's coming out with Funny Story. I'm really excited about this one. I've read 2 of hers right now. I still need to read Happy Place and Book Lovers, I think it's called. Yeah, this one is coming out April 2024. I don't really know anything about it. I can't really find a lot. Both of those books had me kicking my feet, giggling like a 12-year-old. I absolutely loved them, and her books are like, they're long, you know? They're like, I don't know, 400 pages, 300 pages, something like that, but they don't feel long. Like, I get through them like super quick, so I have fun with it, and I'm very entertained with her book. So I can't wait for it, and I'm very, very, very excited for it. Man, I'm gonna be losing a lot of money next year. From Hannah Grace, she's gonna be coming out with Daydream. Oh, this is a series? I suck at reading. Man, I wish I was just looking at a TikTok this morning. This girl said that she's about to finish her daily goal of like, I think she said like 35 books or something, and she said she was super proud of it. But then she sees like all these other book talkers or like YouTubers, and they're like, I read 200 books, and she's like, that's how I feel, because I don't know, I can't read 200 books in a year. That's like finishing a book every single day. I could not do that. I just don't have a big attention span for that too. But still, like, that's a lot of books to read. Anyways, so she came out with Wildfire, and I still haven't read that one. I want to read it, but I want to read it in the summertime because it takes place at a summer camp, and I don't like mixing seasons. It makes me feel weird, and it makes me like really excited for the next season that I'm reading about. Oh, okay, so it's just Icebreaker, Wildfire, and then Daydream. It's love stories among the students at the University of California at Maple Hills. That makes sense. Okay. I've never wanted to get something right as much as I do with this book. I feel like Haley, yes, she's called Haley, I can finally tell you, and Henry represents a lot of people in their 20s. While it still has the same lighthearted vibe with my other books, it also tackles things like making friends as an adult and doing things because other people want you to, cough, becoming hockey captain. I've had so many ideas for what I wanted Henry's book to be like, who I wanted him to be, how his relationship would enhance how wonderful he already is, and I'm really happy I landed here. So as of right now, this book doesn't have a release date other than sometime in summer 2024. I know everything says the 4th of June, but that's just a holding date. When I have 100% not going to change release date, I'll post about it. So, like I just said, there's no release date, but the cover is super cute, and I really like it. I love her covers. I feel like they're cute and warm-hearted, and they're not really, you know, but you know. I'm really excited to read Icebreaker. I don't think I've read anything else from her, but I've heard so much about Icebreaker, I need to read it. So hopefully I'll be reading it soon. The next book I also heard about, I don't really follow this author, but I was watching someone's video, or I was looking on Goodreads for like more books I can talk about in this video, and one I came across was Hate Mail, and this is by Donna Marchetti. I haven't heard of this author yet, but the cover looks super cute and I'm very intrigued, and also it says they're like pen pals or something like that. Okay, so there's dual POV, enemies to lovers, spicy rom-com, they've never met, and they're pen pal romance. And this is released March 2024. That sounds really good. I'm really excited about it. So I don't know, it seems something different, and why not? So next book I'm going to be talking about, I'm actually really excited about this because I've read A Good Girl's Guide to Murdered by Harley Jackson. I did not like the third book. I feel like it just switched the whole demeanor of who the character was. First two books I absolutely loved, and the third book I loved, like the first bit, just the end I just didn't like. Holly Jackson's coming out. I don't know if it's like a new series or what, but it's right now it's standalone, and it's called The Reappearance of Rachel Price. This is another mystery, but it's about a teenage girl and her mother goes missing, but she's always kind of been in like the ghost of her mother's disappearance. She's never been found, and so she decides, I don't know what grade she's in, but she's in high school, and she decides that she's going to try to solve it and try to find her mother. And I think that's really devastating to have to like find where your mother is. It could either be she's alive or dead. But I feel like that's a very interesting story, and I love her other books. So I'm really excited for that. This one will hit shelves April 2nd, 2024. Also in the springtime, so definitely look out for that one. I think that'd be really cool. The following book I'm going to be talking about is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Is coming out with a duology. I don't even know how many books there's supposed to be, but the second book is going to be called Ruthless Vows. And I have not read the first book, but I'm really excited about it because I've heard really good things about the first book. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that soon. I said a lot about books, isn't that crazy? Ugh. Once I get to it, I can get to the second book, and it just sounds really good, and the cover looks really pretty. So I'm excited about it. I heard Mimi talk about it, and she was really excited, so I'm very excited about it. So it obviously works like that. And the next book I'm going to be talking about is by Holly Black. She is the author that made the Cruel Prince series. She made a other series, and it's about Oak. And the first book was called The Stolen Heir, and that was, I think, came out like this year or something. But it follows Oak, and Oak is the little boy in Cruel Prince. And yes, I still need to finish the Cruel Prince trilogy, but I'm really interested in about Oak's story. It sounds very interesting. But the second book is going to be called The Prisoner's Throne. This one is going to be coming out March 5th, 2024. And this just follows Oak's story. And it's something about, I think, like a betrayal or something like that. So we'll have to see. But I'm hoping to get through the Cruel Prince trilogy soon, and then I can get into that. So I am really excited about it because I do like the series. So I really want to read Done and Dusted, and this is by Lila Sage. It's the first book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I really want to read it. I just haven't had a chance yet, of course. But it's definitely like in my mind to read. But the second book is supposed to be coming out soon. Hold on, I saw it. There it is, and it looks beautiful. So the published date that it says on Goodreads, it says it's supposed to come out March 5th. Yeah, it's like a cowboy romance. I just think the covers are really pretty too, but I definitely want to get into the series soon because it sounds really good. And yeah, it's like a lot of series that I've heard about and I'm really excited for it, and I just like in my mind that I'm already gonna love the book because everyone else has loved the book, and I'm going off everyone else's interpretations of it. Hi guys, so this is like later Caitlin, but I wanted to show you guys that I made a mistake. I forgot to mention one of the books that I found. The next book that I wanted to talk about was by Ashley Poston. She's the one that made the 7 Year Split. She also made The Dead Romantics, and she's coming out with a new book called A Novel Love Story, and that's coming out June 25th. And this one sounds like really good. It sounds so magical. So professor of literature, she loves fantasy, she loves like reading, she like goes into like a town and it's like make-believe, like it's like a fantasy realm or something, so she gets like caught up in a book or something like that. It sounds really interesting and really exciting. It's something like that, and the cover looks so pretty. Every single one of her covers I'm in awe with. Like, they're so pretty and I love that. The other series, like I was talking about Cassandra Clare because I was like, like, is she coming out with anything new? I know she just came out with another book that wasn't in the Shadowhunter series. I was like, that's very interesting because she is known for her Shadowhunters. She's coming out with 3 books. This is what she said. And I went on her Instagram and she said, last night at my extremely fun event in New York there's like an I announced the titles of the Wicked Powers books, and here they are. I know what you all want to know is, when is the first one out? I'm discussing that with my publisher now, and I'll have that and other news in the new year. XOXO. And it's hashtag Shadowhunters, hashtag the Wicked Power. The 3 books. The first one is The Last King of Fairy. The second book, The Last Prince of Hell. And the third and final book is The Last Shadowhunter. And I went into the comments and everyone was really scared and sad, saying that they think this is like the ends of the Shadowhunter realm, which is insane. Cassandra Clare is like the god of fantasy. Sorry, goddess of fantasy. And all her books are Shadowhunters. That one book I think is the only book that isn't part of the Shadowhunter realm, and it's very crazy. She has a ton of books. I think it's like over 30, maybe 20 books of just Shadowhunter. So to say that that's gonna be her last book is crazy. So we'll have to see. That makes me upset. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Okay, bye guys. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed day 6 of Bookmas. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you're just as excited as me as the new releases. And let me know in the comments if there's like any other books that you're thinking about right now, or that you were interested, maybe new releases, maybe you're just excited that maybe there's going to be another book. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.